Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to And Unity for All. This is going to be about a subject that's I'm pretty hot on. Being a nurse, a veteran, a progressive, and just conscious. This is a big issue for me. It's military spending, the true military budget. We hear all the time about how the military budget is now $700 billion this year. That's only what you are told. The truth goes much further than that. There are a lot of things that should be included in the military budget but are not. And there's a reason for that. They're trying to hide it from you. Consider the fact that Obama signed us on to spend $1 trillion over 10 years to upgrade our nuclear arsenal. That's not included in the military budget. That's $100 billion a year alone. Consider that. As soon as he said that, the military budget should have increased automatically by $100 billion a year. It didn't. Why is that? Because it's accounted for separately. And we all know how estimates happen on these things. They say $1 trillion. That very quickly turns into $1.5 trillion, $2 trillion, $3 trillion as they keep on adding more and more new weapons and technology changes, inflation takes hold, etc., etc., etc. So you can expect that to go up more and more and more. Other things not included in the military budget. Covert ops such as CIA, NSA, those are not included in the military budget. That's a separate part of the federal budget. And then VA funding is not included in the military budget. When you can add all of this together, the U.S. spends more money on our military than every other country on earth combined. But it doesn't stop there. This is where I go further than the things I have written. They use this and claim that we are creating jobs. Well, first of all, at the cost of what? To maintain those jobs, or to create new jobs next year, and the next year, and the next year. What has to happen? That means that we have to use the military equipment that we have produced. We can't produce it and have it sitting in warehouses. Otherwise, those jobs dry up and blow away. So that means we have to keep dropping 26,000 bombs a year on other countries at an average cost of $80,000 per bomb. And the cost is going up because they're trying to develop newer bombs and more accurate bombs. Well, if our bombs are so accurate to begin with, why do we need newer and more accurate bombs? Nobody asks this question. As things wind down, allegedly, in Syria, we're increasing troops in Afghanistan, where we have been for 16 years. We've got troops in 50 plus African regions. We're ramping up against Russia in Eastern Europe, building up more and more. We're ramping up against North Korea, building up more and more. So consider the fact that the United States has over 1,600 military bases around the world, over 1,000 domestic bases, and over 1,000 foreign bases, and over 600 domestic bases. That is 32 bases per U.S. state. And those are only the permanent bases. That is not including the temporary bases, tent cities and things like that in war regions. Those are the permanent bases. They all have to be supplied. They all have to be manned. You have to have personnel. The military has not been meeting quota for years now. They're extending involuntary enlistments longer and longer, especially for skilled occupations such as pilots. So that means they're trying to find ways to recruit more people while they are expanding our military footprint across the globe. I've been saying this for a long time. The draft is coming. Last June in 2016, Congress approved females for the draft. Congress does not discuss the draft in abstract. That was planning. The draft is coming. They cannot recruit enough people. American citizens do not, the ones that are aware of all the conflicts that we're in, do not support all of this. Except for complete morons that want to go in and join for the purpose of killing other human beings in other countries. It's not for freedom. There's nothing about this that's for freedom. We are not under threat by anyone. North Korea is trying to defend themselves. Russia. What has Russia done? Has Russia invaded anyone? When was the last time Russia bombed a country outside of their own borders? It's been a long, long time. When was the last time that we bombed other countries outside of our own borders? Within the last 5 seconds. To keep using up all of the equipment that we are using to create jobs, then that means that we have to have more and more people. If you want to create more jobs, that means you have to create more wars. To have more and more people and to create more and more wars means you have to have more military personnel. The draft is coming. Keep telling yourself, oh, they're creating jobs. Let's add something else into the military budget. The money that we give other countries. Right now, America gives over $90 billion every single year to other countries. most of that money, those countries turn around and buy weapons from us. So we give them money, they turn around and spend part of it on weapons, and we call that job creation. We're selling those weapons at a loss. How long can this system keep going? Who profits from this system? Because it's not you, it's not me. We're paying for it, but we're not getting anything out of it. Where does this end? It's not meant to end. Not unless the American empire takes over the entire planet. So add all those numbers up, because we don't even know the real numbers. You got a $700 billion military budget, covert ops, upgrading nuclear weapons, money going to foreign countries, VA funding, all of that put together. Yes, we're spending well over $1 trillion a year already on our military budget. This is the true military budget, and that's before you get into the human cost. Children being bombed in foreign countries, creating terrorists, veterans blown to bits or with coming back damaged with PTSD, including drone pilots. What do you think happens to a human mind when they think that they're doing something noble and patriotic, and then they see a child blown to bits in the crosshairs of the drone that they are piloting? Could you handle it? What would it do to you? When you go home and look at your own child that night, are you going to keep seeing the child that was sprayed on a wall? This is the cost of our military budget. We cannot keep doing this. It's time for us to stand up and say no more. Share this video with all of your friends. This needs to go viral, either from my own video or from other people's writing or videos. This information needs to be considered. So please share, please hit like and subscribe. If you can, please become a patron on Patreon. I'm still a long way off from being monetized for my channel. I've only got about 9,900 out of 10,000 to go or something. I don't know. So thank you very much, and talk to you tomorrow.